It's the beginning of August, so we all know what that means, right? It's time to go over my July goals and figure out what I'm doing for August. Hi, my name is Dawn Dalton. I am a freelance writer and an author, and today we're going to go over how my July went and what I'm planning to do for August as far as my writing goals. And in a nutshell, July wasn't great. Like, absolutely not all that great. I knew that there were going to be a lot of hiccups going into the month, especially right at the end, as I knew that I would be leaving for Gen Con. I always forget that events like that, like the packing and the prep work ahead of time, plus the event itself, take up a lot more mental load than they probably should. So let's start with how July went. And as you can see, there is 5 of my goals that are incomplete. That includes writing 4 blog or Medium posts. I only did 2. Post 4 YouTube videos. I did that. I read 4 books, although like I got that one in like right on the under the wire. I only wrote 54 of my 62 pages. I wrote 29,765 words out of the 31,000 words that I was supposed to write. I did fill not 1, but 2 notebooks this month, which makes me feel really good. It puts me back on par for the year. I finished out my Happy Planner dupe that I've been using to make this year's planner. And I finished the notebook for The Love in the Shadows and had to start another notebook just so that I could keep drafting that book. Obviously, I paid my bills because I'm a grown-up. I did not stick to my daily habits at all. Like, I kind of just let those go to the wayside. I had just one too many hiccups and interruptions in this month for me to really feel like sticking to my goals was a priority. And I know it should be a priority, regardless of what else is going on in my life. I should be sticking with my goals and moving forward with making sure that I am as healthy and as well taken care of as I need to be. I did finish 1 skein of yarn. Again, that one was a barely, because we didn't watch nearly as many TV episodes as we normally would, because my husband had gotten sick partway through the month, and then we left for Gen Con, and I also had a Saturday event at the Science Center, and yeah, it was just a lot of like little interruptions, or not so little, I guess, because my husband getting sick and having to be quarantined upstairs wasn't actually a little interruption. Neither was Gen Con. And the last one was my 30-day challenge of jumping jacks, which I did not do. I didn't complete it, which is really kind of weird. It wasn't so much that my body wasn't able to do it, because that was a problem in the past with jumping jacks. I have torn up my shoulder, and this was sort of to test to see if I had actually healed it. It was more of, I don't really like jumping jacks. I don't know why I chose it other than to test my shoulder. So let's get August set up, and then we can talk about August's goals. August is all set up. And as always, my main goals are to write 4 blog or Medium posts. I have been greenlit to start doing more articles with my freelance job again, so that always takes priority because that is guaranteed money as opposed to theoretical looks and eyeballs, because neither my Medium nor my blog make me any money. Post 4 YouTube videos. Obviously last week I did post the refilling the well one, and then obviously you're watching another one. Read 4 books. Now this is going to actually include the books that I need to read for my freelance work. I don't know why it never occurred to me that those should actually be a part of my reading requirements, because I'm a genius. Write 62 pages, type 31,000 words, fill 1 notebook, pay my bills, daily habits at 50%, finish 1 skein of yarn, and I'm going to do a mini writing retreat instead of a 30-day challenge. And this is because obviously I wrote this list after the month had already started, and the month started while I was at Gen Con, so there really was no 30-day challenge that I could think of that I wanted to do while I was on the road, especially because Gen Con is such a step-heavy kind of weekend. There was not a single day that I did under 10,000 steps. In fact, one day I did almost 19,000 steps, and whoo, my legs were tired, my feet hurt. I probably should have had a different pair of shoes with me and not the ones that I did wear, because the ones that I wore did not have adequate padding in them, but lesson learned, I should know better. I've been doing Gen Con for quite a long time now. One of the other things I did do with this month is I went through and I did what I'm calling my backlog list. And that is, I went through Q1, Q2, and July to just kind of get a gauge of how far behind I have fallen for the year. And I'm not gonna lie, in my head, this was so much worse than it actually is. So after doing all of the math, before any days in August are accounted for, I am the worst one. I am 8 blog or Medium posts behind where I was planning on being for the year. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's not an insurmountable amount of posts that I have to make, but it is just one of those reminders that this was a big goal for me, was to grow both my blog and my Medium following. And in order to do that, I do actually have to post to those 2 platforms. I am 16 pages behind for the year as far as my handwriting goes. Again, not an insurmountable number. I've done days where I can get 6+ pages written. It's just a matter of actually sitting my butt down in the chair and getting it done. And that's just me needing to focus. And after the weekend of doing absolutely no writing, I feel like I'm re-energized enough to be able to crank that out. Words typed. I'm actually ahead for the year on words typed. I am 3,434 words ahead for the year already. That was mostly Q1, me going super over my goal. And for notebooks filled, I am spot on, because July and quarter one both had extra notebooks filled. So I'm very proud of that. I know at the end of August, I will have a work event that I need to go to that I'm actually flying out for. So I know that the writing will kind of be on a pause, and it'll be like one weekend right after the other. So I will also have an event the weekend after that I will definitely not be writing during. In fact, that weekend has two events because it's First Friday and a martial arts seminar where I will be going straight from First Friday. Like, I will literally be packing everything back into my car, hopping in my car, and driving a couple of hours to basically collapse in my cabin and spend the rest of the weekend training. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. I am putting in a mini writing retreat this month because my husband has to go out of town for training. So I am planning on using him being gone to really focus in on my writing, because sometimes when he comes home at night, him talking to his friends is just enough of a distraction for me to lose focus, and I need to really hit the gas on my focus. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this look into my goals. If you've been enjoying what I've been doing, be sure to feed the algorithm, boop that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.